2014. The time is now 3:30. First, I need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Okay? Been moved by Mr. Turner, second by Ms. Coggan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. The purpose of today's meeting is for the Advanced Ed External Exit Review. Ms. Fury?
Good afternoon, everybody. Dr. Pavlis, if you would like to begin the review, we would be happy to accept your information and share it with all of our principals and school leaders for this afternoon.
Superintendent Fury, thank you so much. Members of the board, members of the audience, I'm excited to be here to share some of the findings of our external review team. Not all of the findings, because in about a month from now, 45 days from now, the district will get a very detailed report. So this is just a summary to share with you today. Before I start, for those of you whom I haven't met, my name is Ray Poplis. I am the Advanced Ed Director for the state of Louisiana, and I live in the New Orleans area. I would like the other team members just to introduce themselves.
Kevin Bales, all kinds of schools, school improvement specialist, middle school coordinator.
The chair for Advanced Advisory Council, for accreditation in Puerto Rico. I'm also the assistant director for Mass Integrated School in Mayagüez, Puerto Rico.
Dollar One, Hero County Schools, Director of Recreation Services.
Deborah Phillips, Principal, Samuel Middle School, DeKalb County.
And I'd also like to recognize one of the team members who had to leave early due to her flight, Linda Pratt. Linda is principal at Grove Park Elementary in Florida. So we had 2 in-state people and 3 out-of-state people on the review team. I believe all 6 of us go back wiser from what we've learned from the visit here to Newton County school systems. And I know we go back with a few extra pounds due to the hospitality. I'm glad I chose my largest pants to wear today. Advanced Ed Accreditation is something that you're very familiar with because your district is actually seeking re-accreditation, not initial accreditation. So you're familiar with the standards. There is a new protocol. The protocol is designed to build capacity to improve student achievement, but it also looks at organizational effectiveness. So it's twofold. It's helping the organization become overall more effective and improving student achievement at the same time. It builds a framework for continuous improvement in both of those areas. The new approach is a balanced accreditation approach where you look at not only a rating of the indicators and the standards, but you also look at student performance. So when you look at the impact of teaching and learning, that impact includes how well the students are doing. There's a performance-based piece to it. When you look at the leadership capacity, the stakeholder perception is part of that also, and how those stakeholders perceive that the district is doing. So that takes it to another level, not just a simple rating of indicators, but actually how the district is performing. Our external review team is comprised of 6 professional people, your peers, coming in to give you some suggestions on how we think you can become even better, and using the evidence, the interviews, the presentations that you provided, what we saw during classroom observations, the data that we organized and collected, using all of that to make determinations on the degree to which your system meets the accreditation standards. So we've spent quite a bit of time. I describe it as early mornings through late nights analyzing, evaluating data, and we hope to leave you with some feedback, some very specific feedback to point you in a direction that will help you become even better than the good school system that you already are. During our time here, we actually we talked with 239 individuals. We did a lot of talking, a lot of listening. 52 administrators, that's school-based administrators, district-level staff, and in some cases, the 52 might include someone with whom we spoke more than once, but we talked to so many people and we didn't take names, so we might have forgotten with whom we spoke. There were all 5 board members who were able to attend. We talked to 126 teachers when we were out in the schools yesterday. Some of those conversations were in structured interviews. Some of those conversations were in the hallways or in the classrooms. 7 support staff, 31 students, and 18 individuals representing parents and community members. Some of the things that we heard is that the system has leaders with a vision. We were told that there is a relentless stride to become better. We were told that the district and the people in the district have a passion for individual learning, and you also have a passion for the community you serve. That teachers care. And that one of the important things about Newton County school system is that it provides good customer service, not only to the public, but also the staff and teachers. While we were here, we visited 62 classrooms. That was yesterday. We visited 6 schools, 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. We split up into small groups, and we spent a minimum of 20 minutes in each of those 62 classrooms. While we were there, we used an instrument developed by Advanced Ed. It's called the Effective Learning Environments Observation Tool, which is a mouthful to say, but as an acronym, it is ELLIOT. So we used ELLIOT to look at what students were doing in the classroom, because the focus of the tool, it is student-centric, and we were looking to see what the students were doing. So, one area that we looked at was equitable learning environment, which included things like differentiated instruction, let me get the list, equal access to the resources in the classroom, and there are some other things. Overall rating on a scale of 1 to 4, 3.04. High expectations. This is looking at the activities. Were the activities challenging that the students were in? Did they understand the expectation? Was the coursework rigorous and challenging? Because your mission says rigorous and relevant coursework for the students. That's a 3.09. Supportive learning environment, 3.51. That is the positive attitude. That's the support that the students get within the classroom from the adults in there. The fourth one, active learning environment, which is student engagement, is 3.27. Progress monitoring, giving feedback to the students, is 3.6. The management of the learning environment, 3.57. And the digital learning environment, 2.70. And the digital learning environment really focuses upon using technology to solve problems, to conduct research, to create original works, those type things. we're looking for more than just knowledge of how to use and manipulate the equipment. It's really digging in and using the equipment for rigorous and relevant challenges. So that is at 2.70. Overall, we are now reporting out a system or a school's status in terms of what's called an index of educational quality. The index of educational quality rolls all of the indicators plus the performance pieces with student performance and stakeholder feedback into three broad domains. The first domain is resource utilization. So on a scale of 100 to 400, resource utilization, which is basically standard 4, is sitting at 325. Leadership capacity, which looks at standard 1. Standard 1 is purpose and direction. Standard 2 is governance and leadership. And it also takes into account the stakeholder feedback. The domain score there is 317 out of 400. Teaching and learning, which is looking at standard 3, which is teaching and assessing, standard 5, which is continuous improvement, and it also looks at the student performance. And when all those things are rolled together, the score for that domain is 305, and the overall index of educational quality, which is not an average of those three, is 312. So what all these numbers mean? We talk about accreditation as being a process for continuous improvement. The goal is for schools or school systems to look at these numbers and plan on ways to move them closer to the right. You want to shift them closer to 400. That's the goal. These are the numbers for the system. Each of your schools will have these same numbers. Your numbers come from the way you rated your indicators. When you did your internal assessment at your school, those ratings will determine your index of educational quality. It is not determined by the systems. But again, the message is the same. Look at your current status, have conversations at your school how to move to the right. Sort of like that line dance that says, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. You don't want to go to the left. It's like to the right, to the right, to the right. All right. There are some things that you are really doing well, above and beyond. Those things that are recognized as being above and beyond are called powerful practices, and there are several. So we want to recognize and commend the system for developing policies and procedures that provide clear operational direction for the effective administration and oversight of the system and all the schools within the system. And in our detailed report, we cite evidence as to why this is a powerful practice. But for today's purpose, just know that this is a very powerful practice. Next one. We feel that you utilize a structured process to recruit, employ, acclimate, and retain staff who have skills, knowledge, and a commitment, because that's critical, to the system's mission and vision. You're almost at 100% highly qualified. That staff that we talk about extends not only from teachers and paraprofessionals and administrators, but it goes into those people who support your efforts from the district level. You have transportation, you have food service. It just keeps going on and on, all the people that support the mission and the vision of the school. So this is powerful practice. We celebrate you for all of the unique partnerships that you have, the partnerships with parents, partnerships with other community stakeholders who support the vision and mission of your school system. And they support it through various meaningful ways, and it's all in support of the education of the children. We spoke to one gentleman who has no children in the system. He just volunteers because he wants to support the work of the school. Another powerful practice, your commitment to providing technology at all levels, district level, school level, but the technology is there to support, manage, train, all of it focused on improving student performance and using it in the classroom. It's there for the teachers to use. So the commitment to all of those things, great and wonderful in terms of providing technology. What I would like for you to do tomorrow, because I'm going to leave this PowerPoint with you, it's always important, and you do this. You communicate with your stakeholders to let them know what's going on. You might want to let people know tomorrow about the wonderful things that the Advanced Ed External Review Team came to your district and said that you are doing. This PowerPoint will stay with you, so if you want to capture the exact language, it's on there for you. Part of what we were challenged to do is to give you some suggestions on how we feel you can become even better. We have two things. The two things are directly related. The first one is linked to Standard 3, teaching and assessing. And we're asking the district to develop and implement a rigorous, if you expect it of the students, may as well expect it of everybody else. We want you to develop a rigorous, continuous program for professional learning. And we would like to see it aligned with your vision, with your mission, with those non-negotiables that you have, but align that professional development for all professional and support staff too, because support staff should be included in the long-range plan for professional development. The second required action is going to sound like the same thing, but it is linked to Standard 5, which is on continuous improvement. It does link to professional development, but this time specifically training for professional and support staff in how to evaluate, analyze, interpret, and use data to further the mission and vision of the school system. The system has high expectations of you, and they should. The high expectations ask you to maintain data notebooks and to have data walls and to have a data room. And our committee feels that your efforts can be enhanced when you have more training on how to really dig into the data. Those are our two things that we ask you to work on. Bottom line, this is the part you really want to hear, not all the other stuff. What you really want to hear is that based upon our findings, we recommend that Newton County School System be accredited for another cycle of 5 years. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to you for all the work and effort that you've put into this, for the work that you do every day on behalf of children. This is just a wholehearted recommendation here. No doubts at all. Now, what will happen after this is sort of a layer process. We've conducted the external review, so all of us, including the team members who have worked so hard, we all go, finished. Next step is that the report will be finalized, and it will be submitted to the office in Tempe, Arizona, which oversees systems accreditation, and within 30 to 45 days, you'll get the report back. You get a very detailed hard copy report based upon our review and findings. The next thing that happens is the Accreditation Commission will meet in June. And even though our team recommends accreditation, we can't grant accreditation. It's only the commission who grants the accreditation, and they will make that decision in June. Personally, I don't think you have a thing to worry about. Some final thoughts. First of all, we express our appreciation for your hospitality, support, and professionalism. We were treated so nicely. Again, we ate so much. We had all of the materials that we needed in our workrooms to get the job done. Technology was provided for us to work both at the hotel and here at the district office. Teachers, I think, willingly opened their classroom doors for us to walk in, and if it wasn't willingly, they had smiles on their faces, and we felt welcomed anyway as we walked into those classrooms. We appreciate and give you our respect for all the efforts to improve both organizational effectiveness and student learning. And of course, we want to congratulate you on moving down that road to accreditation. Superintendent Fury said, and this is a quote, "We are working hard every day to be the best that we can be." And our team truly believes that. And on a personal note, as someone who visits schools and school systems, I always ask myself this question: would I send my children there? And I will tell you that I would send my kids to Newton County School System in a heartbeat. I thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Poplis. My mic, is it on? Yeah. I would just like to thank the team. I know how difficult it is to be away from your jobs for an extended period of time. I also have been on the inside of those rooms myself just recently, so I know how much conversation and discussion goes into making a decision regarding the efforts of the school system. And so we, on behalf of everybody in this room and the members of the Board of Education, I extend my gratitude and appreciation. And I'm grateful that you were able to be here to see the great work of our educators, our school leaders, our teachers. We have a fantastic school system, and we're very proud and we're very grateful for your service to our school system during your visit. Thank you.
Just to reiterate, on behalf of the Board of Education, we would like to thank the Advanced Ed team for coming in and visiting with us, and also for putting the recommendations forward in order for us to move to the right. So we do greatly appreciate those recommendations. I want to thank the executive leadership team, the administrators, and the teachers for all the hard work that you do every day, Monday through Friday, even on your weekends, with putting plans together and stuff for our students to make our students the best students and students that will be globally ready. So thank you guys for that. At this time, do we have any board members that would like to say anything?
I just want to extend my appreciation to the entire team. We've done one heck of a job. This is what it's all about, meeting of the minds and accomplishing. As long as we are doing our very best, what else can we ask? And I give my heart out to all of your efforts, to everybody. Thank you.
And I'd like to extend my appreciation to all the faculty, principals, paraprofessionals, lunchroom workers, bus drivers. It takes a whole team to make things work. And I think all of you have exhibited that attitude and work ethics to make us what we are today. And I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much.
At this time, I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn to go to executive session.
So moved.
Okay, been moved by Mr. Turner, second by Ms. Coggan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, let's go into executive session. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.